Hello students, as I informed earlier that I will be missing the first lecture, and actually this is the best day to miss a lecture because this is the first day and we usually go through the syllabus and the term project. So I'll be going through it in section 3, but for the sake of the other sections I will record this and I will upload it so everybody can see it. So this is the new syllabus. You can see some changes in the template, but the details are almost the same. You know the name of the, or I hope you know the name of the course, which is traffic engineering. Okay, I usually start with the prerequisites. The prerequisites are highway engineering and statistics. I would say the statistics is more important for this course because it has a lot of calculations which are based on statistics. Okay, it will help you in your term project as well. With the highway engineering, obviously there's a direct connection because in highway engineering you learned about planning for the highway and designing for the highway, and here you will see the effects of your design and plan on the traffic. Okay, the timing of the lectures and the room numbers, they are also available on the portal. So we will be going through lectures, the traditional mode of instruction. I'm the only one who is teaching this course. These are my office hours. In addition to this, you may also find me in my office between 11 and 12. And my office is just beside the stairs. Okay, you will not see the office number over there, but I put my card. Okay, and if you have any problems, you can contact me through Teams or on this email. This is the textbook of the course, and there's another book which is basically a different edition of the same book, and we will be using it for one particular topic which is not in the new edition. So all these books, both the editions of the books and couple of reference books are also uploaded on Blackboard. Okay, then you see this, these are the reference books. This one I've already uploaded on Blackboard, and this is the same which you used for the highway engineering course. This one, you can easily find it on the internet. There are some good problems here, and the solution of the problem is also given. And by the way, I've also uploaded another book which was published after this one, not by the same authors, but it has many problems and their solutions. So you can use it for practice. Okay, the other resources which we use in this course, obviously we have the university provided platforms which are Teams and Blackboard, and then there's the manual which is followed for the calculation of capacity of the highways and calculating their performances and many other things, and these manuals are part of the textbook, but you may find them exclusive as well. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, so our textbook is following this manual. So if you want to download it individually, so there's another manual to 2022 is also available. You can try to search for that. But I believe the old manuals would be available now since the new has come. Then this is just for your encouragement. If you want to use this software for your term project, that then you can get a bonus mark as well, and I will explain it while I'm describing the project. This is the course description. This is as per your catalog, the degree catalog we have. Okay, you would have it, I believe, but you may not have seen it. Anyways, okay, these are the outcomes of the course. So this is the first course related to traffic engineering. So we will start with some basic concepts. Data collection, traffic data collection, their analysis is a very, very important part of this course. So we want you to be able to collect data and analyze it. Then you should be able to calculate the capacity of the highway, calculate the level of service. LOS stands for level of service. We will have a detailed discussion about it. And then the part of the course which is directly linked with highway engineering, this is this part, that you should be able to see the effects of geometric design on traffic flow and capacity of the highways. Then we will do one particular type of signal, which is a pre-timed signal. We will discuss the basic concepts, general concepts which apply to all types of signals, but in terms of design we will only go through one type of signal. Okay, Then there will be some advanced topics which we don't cover in this course. We cover it in the advanced traffic engineering course. That's why we call it advanced. Okay, the marks distribution, these are the 60 out of 60, and you can see most of them have 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. And so 2 exams, 10% each, 2 quizzes, 10% each. Then you have the term project, which is 20%, and then you have the final project, which is the final exam, which is 40%. Okay, so this is the distribution regarding their timing. Their timing depends upon the completion of the topic. So when we finish the second topic, we'll have the first quiz. And when we finish the third topic, we'll have the first exam. Then after fourth, we will have the second quiz. After fifth, we will have the second exam. So from second topic onwards, whenever we finish something, either you will have an exam or a quiz, and all of them will be during the class. Okay, each person will give his exam or quiz in their respective sections. Okay. Moving on, this is some of the description of the topics. So in basic traffic flow theory, we cover some models, some equations, which are used for calculating different parameters of traffic. In traffic data collection, we will cover it, the general techniques which we have for traffic data collection. Then we move on to data collection of specific items of traffic. For example, speed, travel time, volume. Then after this, we will have the level of service, the topic of level of service. Level of service will be, I will explain what is level of service, where do we use it, and so on. And then we will also cover the level of service specific calculations for 3 different types of highways. Then we will have accident studies. It's listed here, but usually we do it or we keep it till the end. And then we will have the components of traffic system and the geometric design. The last 2 topics, they are basically a review from the highway course. They are part of this course as well. But I believe if you know and if you remember what you have covered in the highway course, you should find it easier. Okay, so the last part should be easier for you. I'll try to make it easier as much as I can. Okay, this is the distribution, and this thing is already uploaded on the Blackboard, so you can go through there. And these are some regulations. Okay, you should know about it. It's a 400 level course. You have to be present in the class. There should be no cheating or use of any other illegal material in the assignments or the quizzes or the exams. Okay, you have to be present in the class for 25% of the for 75% of the classes. Okay, this course is linked with your student outcome 6 of the program, which is ability to develop and conduct appropriate experimentation, analyze and interpret data, and use engineering judgment to draw conclusions. So you will try to do all these things on the traffic data and the traffic flow. Okay, this is it. Okay, if you have any specific questions, then you can contact me and I'll try to answer you as best as I can. Moving on to the term project. Okay, so the term project will continue throughout the semester. First thing you need to do is make a group. Your group can be at most 4 members. You cannot do it alone, and you cannot be more than 4. If you are 5, I will ask you to make 2 groups, 2 and 3. Okay, so don't ask me about the number of members. You can make groups with other sections as well. Yeah, no problem. Okay, the first task, the project is divided into 3 tasks and 1 presentation. The first 2 tasks are what we call as formative. So you are required to submit it, but if there are any mistakes, I will ask you to correct them, but there will be no deductions. But if you did not submit any task at all, you will get 0 in it. If you submit it late, you will lose half the marks. But if you submit on time, then there will be no deduction for that task. Okay, if there are any mistakes, I will tell you the mistakes and you will correct all your mistakes for the final submission. Okay, now first thing you will do is you have to select a highway segment on which you can do your project. you cannot select any highway segment. There are some conditions. The first condition is that segment should be at least 500 meters long. Okay, segment means the part of the road which doesn't have any intersections, it doesn't have any ramp. Okay, so that is a segment. Any crossing, no crossing should be there. So that part should be at least 500 meter long, and it should not have any maintenance work. It should have a median. It should have at least 2 lanes in each direction. Okay, and there should not be any maintenance activity right now happening on that segment. Otherwise, if you don't fulfill any of these conditions and you still go through with it, you will have problems later on in the project, and then I will ask you to change the location, and then your work will be wasted, whatever you do for the first or the second task. Okay, now I will upload an Excel sheet in MS Teams. In that Excel sheet, you will put the names of your groups. You will put the name of your highway on which you have the segment, and you will put the nearest famous landmark to that segment. Okay, so that other people know that you are doing this. Okay, so the Excel sheet is just for your information, for students' information, not for mine. For me, once you select the segment, you will go to the segment and you will collect some data and you will upload all these things on Blackboard. So for me, all submissions are on Blackboard. Okay, the Excel sheet is just to make sure that you know who is in which group has placed for you, and which location is taken, so there is no conflict. Okay, this is just the purpose of it. Okay, once you select the highway, you will go there and you will collect data for 15 minutes in any direction for any lane, no problem. Okay, this data should have a speed. Okay, so you will collect speed for a few cars, at least 10 cars, and you will count the total number of vehicles which are passing from that lane or direction, whatever you select. So it's a 15-minute trial. The purpose of this trial is that you know that you can actually go on the highway and you will not find any problem when you are doing the data collection. Okay, so if there's any problem, you can change your segment right now. You don't have to wait till the end of the semester to find out that you have a problem. Okay, so you will do this. Okay, for speed, you may use, there are some applications on mobile phones. You can use them, or you can simply mark some distance on the side of the road, have a stopwatch and collect the speed using that. No problem with that. Okay, some highways have speed devices as well installed on them. You can collect speed data from there, no problem. Okay, in the end, once you are done with this, so you will take all these things, put it in a file, Word file, and submit it as a report on Blackboard. Okay, I will make a link for you to submit this. In the second task, you will be required to do 2 things. First of all, you will find out the dimensions of the highway, the number of lanes, the lane width, the median width, dimensions related to the cross section of the highway. Okay, and you can show the length as well, because length is one of the requirements. The segment should be at least 500 meters long. Okay, so and then using those dimensions, you will prepare a drawing. The drawing should be, you can make it by hand or you can draw it using AutoCAD or any software. Okay, but it should be a professional drawing. Okay, secondly, using the speed data which you collected in the first task, you will calculate the sample size which is required for the second task. Okay, how to calculate that sample size, we will discuss in the class. There are some calculations for it, we will discuss in the class. Then you will collect the number of samples according to those requirements. So there are, for the second task, to collect speed data, there are some requirements, sample size and something else as well, which we will discuss in the class. In the end, once you have collected the speed data, the mean speed should not be less than 70 kilometers per hour. Okay, so if you are fulfilling the requirements, then this will happen. If you are not fulfilling it, then something else will happen. And you have to do it again. Okay, again, then you will submit all these things as a file on Blackboard. Okay, so for the second task, there is no Excel file or something like this on Teams. Okay, just go to the Blackboard and submit your file as a report. Okay, submit a Word file or a PDF. Okay, don't submit Excel sheets and so on. Okay, Word or PDF. Okay, again, you have the date. If you submit, you get the marks. If there are any errors, mistakes, I will tell you, and you can correct in final report, but no deduction if you submit it on time. Okay, third task. Third task you will collect volume data, meaning number of cars, the same thing which you did for 15 minutes earlier. Now you will do it for longer time in the peak hour. I believe you know peak hour, what peak hour means even at that, and even now. Okay, the peak hour is the rush hour. Okay, when you hate being on the highway, that hour. Okay, and it can differ. I can give you some guidelines regarding the peak hours. Okay, I will show you during the lectures, or you can remind me. Okay, but it has to be the peak hour. Yes, your highway maybe it's near your home, or maybe it's a highway where you travel on daily basis. You already know the peak hour. Then you don't need anything from me. Just go. You can collect the data in the peak hour. But again, there are some requirements. So I would advise you to wait till I tell you the requirements. If you want to do it, at least ask me that we are going to do it and what should we do. Okay, but the data should be collected in the peak hour. You have to calculate the peak hour factor and percentage of heavy vehicles, and you need it for both directions. Okay, this is the item you need from the field, and then you will do some calculations for the level of service of the highway. You will plot some graphs. Okay, so all these things will be discussed in the lectures. Okay, so the term projects are designed in such a way that we discuss something in the lecture, and you will go and implement it in the field. Okay, so this is hands-on learning basically for you. Okay, so you can see the date over here. Okay, and in the last week we will do the presentations. Okay, all group members have to be in the presentation. If you miss your presentation, you miss your marks for the presentation. During the presentation, I may ask you some questions as well. You need to know the answers. Even if you did something wrong in the project, you will answer accordingly. Okay, so you should know what you have done. Don't tell me this guy did this, so ask him or ask her. No. Everybody should know everything about the project. Okay, if you do some changes in the group. Okay, so there was a guy who was not with you in the first task. You added him in the second task. In the first task, he was not with any group. So he will lose some marks for the first task. That means he was sleeping. Okay? His name was not there. He did not do anything for the first task. And you have got the grades for the first task. So I cannot give him a grade for something which he didn't do. And he cannot do it because it's already done. Okay? So he cannot go back in time. Or if you can, just let me know, then we will try it. We'll try it from our end as well, going back in time. It will be fun. Okay, the final report should be a professional report with everything, making it professional. So these things are part of a professional report: table of contents, introduction, objectives, calculations, conclusions, recommendations. Okay, if you make any changes, you have to inform me in advance. There's a bonus activity as well, which I already told you. You can use Wisdom software as a bonus, and if you are using it, then make sure that the software works at the time of presentation. You have to show me that the software is working, and whatever you did in the software should be part of the final report. If you didn't use the software, you can still get 20 out of 20, no problem. Okay, so this is not mandatory. Use of software is not mandatory because it's a student version. It creates problems when you try to do it. Okay, it's a heavy software. If you feel like you have to do it, if you want marks, then go ahead, no problem. Okay, so these are some of the details. I hope they are helpful. You can see the metrics over here on the basis of which you are graded. Okay, but I have tried to explain as much as I can. So all the best. And if you have any questions, you can contact me through Teams or my email. Thank you.